Okay, greetings, Patriots, Starseeds Lightworkers, and of course our brave military. Welcome to 1776 United, and we're in a worldwide and galactic revolution. I'm Alex West. So let's get on with it, okay? 86,000 banks have just closed down in Southeast Asia. Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia. You can pick all the countries. Now, are we going to be next? Yes, I think we're going to be next getting banks. So you think 86,000 banks shut down, okay? People can't get in or get out of their money, okay? So let's prepare ourselves, okay, because it's coming here. Now, moving over to Israel, I'll give you a quick story, a backdrop of what's happening. The Ashkenazis, which are a sect cult, Satan worshippers out of the eastern Ukraine, the Khazarian Mafia. Ashkenazis, Khazari, same thing, okay? Ashkenazis and the Khazarian Mafias are the same. They went in and infiltrated Germany in 1933, or even before 1929, I think it was, and had installed Hitler as the true chancellor of Germany in those days, and he brought himself to power by killing off all his enemies. And he was a original Rothschild, okay? So, from there, the Ashkenazis basically took over Germany and everything else, and then tried to kill off the Jews to take their place. Get where I'm going with this? They tried to take their place, and of course, after the war, considering whatever the thing was, saying that the Americans won or the Allies won the war, but then let's give the Jewish people for everything that they had, all the tyranny and genocide that was done on them, give them a free state. But that was actually the Ashkenazis that had, actually the Jews did take that state, but then the Ashkenazis went in and took over their leadership, okay? And it's been that way for the last 75 years. So that's a bit of a history on what's happening there. And the Ashkenazis, if you look, the Nazi is in their word, okay? So they just basically cut out 4 letters or even 5 letters of their Ashkenazi word, and of course you know the word I'm talking about, okay? So that's how that's all going to come out, okay? That's all been sought out, and it will be coming out, and people that have a lot more in-depth understanding about that stuff will be revealing that very, very soon. Now, on to Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, and this is big information coming from Michael Jaco, and I want to say something about Michael Jaco. He was the one that I originally followed back in the Facebook days when 9/11 went off, and I was concurring with him on exactly what had happened with those Twin Towers and stuff like that. So he was saying, his brain waves were the same brain waves as mine. And of course, I was following him, and I was resonating with Donald Trump at those days too, because of what he was saying. I have followed Jaco through every year since then, off and on, and I've always resonated with him. And now he's saying that the Kirk assassination or attempted assassination was a psyop, okay? Now, it doesn't say that the people perpetrating or orchestrating that hit wasn't trying to do that, but it was the Earth Alliance that got wind of that and understood it. Now, if you go back in time, such as JFK, it was the same thing that was done there. The white hats, saw that the perpetrators were trying to get this assassination attempt done, and they went in and, took it over, took them down, and then took it over and staged their own event to carry it out. And the reason why was because it would upset the balance of the cabal and their true plans of what was trying to be done. And it was sending the cabal a message to say, we know what you're doing before you do. So this all leads up to the same thing. And it was the same set stage situation where they knew that the cabal was going to attempt on Trump's life, and that was averted. And of course, that was taken over by the Earth Alliance, or the White Hats, and staged out as well as what Charlie Kirk was. Okay, so I believe that this has been all orchestrated according to Michael Jaco, and I do resonate and concur with him. And I believe that this was to expose more of the deep, mental illness of the left, and to expose them for what they are. And it was a successful psyop. It was a successful sting operation, because of, look how many people have been fired or are being investigated right now for their basically their treasonous and who wants to jump up and down for joy with somebody being assassinated? I don't care if it's, if it was me, somebody on the left, anybody that was, saying in their free speech about bad things about Trump, and then he gets murdered or whatever, I'd extremely feel bad. That's just in my core value. But these people, I believe, do not have a conscious or ethic vibe in them, and they have to be sought out and exposed for what they are. All right? So, okay, on to lighter notes. I believe that into silver and gold and the precious metals right now, it was flirting this morning with 43.25 and moving up, but then they slammed it down again, down to 42.75. So it's doing a dead cat bounce right now, and they're trying to, the military industrial complex is trying to keep it down so they can squirrel up and squander, or whatever they're doing, like try to collect more silver for their storage yards, so they can continue on with their missile making and all this other technology shit that they need for their warfare. But all that's coming to an end, okay? And everything on this planet, basically, that we're witnessing right now is being staged, okay? It's to let the people know, and there's a lot of people out there that are slowly waking up. There's a lot of people that are, that still believe that, what happened at 9/11 was legitimate, that the Muslims or out of Saudi Arabia hit the building, and it came down through the the fireball of the jets that flew into them, which is completely ludicrous. And as time goes on, we will soon know the truth. The truthers out there already know, but it will take time for humanity to catch up with the real facts. It's like anything. The military right now is doing what they can to control the narrative of the cabal situation and their attacks, but they're still going through with their with their proxy attacks, but nobody getting hurt, but still exposing them for what they are, for the public to see this. Okay, you get what I'm saying? Like, this is all a staged operation. Everything is, okay? Once we get through Nasara and through the EBS here, let's just say one thing for sure. And I got some good news coming right now. Okay, so everybody listen up. Every country in the world will be a republic. All right? There has been several Commonwealth, as they wanted to call it, Commonwealth countries. Back in the day about Europe saying, well, we are a Commonwealth country. No, all you are, or all we are, Canadian, Australian, New Zealand, and whoever else, England, is basically incorporated. We've incorporated ourselves because we never were. We're on the stock market, okay? They trade us on the stock market. And by the way, the stock market is the biggest scam on planet Earth, and it has been going on as a scam on planet Earth since 1913, okay? So anybody, and I mean anybody, that's got their money in the stock market right now, you should short sell it hard, make some coin on it, and get out of it because it's ready to crash. Now, once we get to the other side, okay, Canada will be a republic. It's owned by Trump, okay, by basically the U.S. Republic. The U.S. Republic actually didn't want to buy or take over Canada. What they did is, because I'm going to tell you something here really crazy, and it's going to be hard for everybody to get their head around. Trump owns the stock market. He owns it. So he's playing the game on it right now, and he can shut that door anytime. But what he did on these countries is that he bought Australia. Okay? Australia is his. Okay? Because he bought it on the stock market with the recovered, stolen tons and tons of gold. And he did the same thing with Canada and Greenland. Okay? And he will do it with other countries. That is what he sees fit. And you're going to say, oh, now Trump's got our land, he's got everything. No. Trump bought it with the stolen gold to give the country the pride of being a republic again, and he's giving that republic back to the people that were born in that country. Get me? Okay, I hope you're with me. It's the same thing with Australia. He bought Australia, bought New Zealand to give it the republic, to turn it into a republic and give it back to the people. And you're going to run your own fucking country, okay? Now, one last thing. These republics that are happening, when we get through all this, we're going to be running our own country. There will be no more politicians, okay? Because we, the people, have always had the power. And this is the way it's going to set out. Now, I've got a lot of things running around up here, and I just I can't get to all of them at once. And but this is all good news, okay? And you're going to find out in a very, very short time, and it will be before Christmas, that we get through the EBS, and there's a lot of beautiful things that are going to start happening. All right? Anyways, my time is up, and we will see you on the next one. Bye for now.